And I was like, dude, what is going on right now? Like, it was the most insane experience of my life. And I was immediately filled with like a relief, but like a terror of like, there's more to the spiritual world than I'm aware. And I think for a while I was in denial that evil exists. And I was always on the path of like, it's all love, but evil is real.
Nah, I have to react to this, guys. I have to react to this video. I was just watching it. All right, so this dude, his name is Joshua Bassett. He's like a Disney star. He was on a Disney show. I think it's called like Stuck in the Middle or something. I never seen it. You know, I grew up watching Phineas and Ferb, like all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that show. Maybe some of y'all know him. But this dude, bro, I'm listening to him because he used to be like this not ex-Christian, but he used to just like dislike Christianity. And he was saying some stuff like he was seeking truth. Bro, hold on. Let's just watch it. But
yeah, I mean, look, the first thing I'll say about it is the very fact that I am here before you, like talking about Jesus and like believe in Jesus, like is a testament to the fact that there might be something there, because I was so vehemently opposed.
Yeah,
like, dude, I know.
Bro, you were on this couch.
I mocked God on this couch, bro.
Literally in the exact same
That's what I'm
seat.
saying. Like, for me to be the person here talking about Jesus, I was like, I'm the last person I would expect. So that's already just like insane. And a lot of people think that I was brainwashed. They think that I went to some service and I was convinced and that I've lost my mind. And it doesn't help that I've kind of gone off grid for a little bit and kind of been in the dark, just healing and going through a lot of different stuff, because people will kind of fill in the gaps and they think, oh, they must have converted him, or they must have brainwashed him. They must have.
I gotta say, also, you were on a healing journey even when we met.
Yes.
Right? Like, you were seeking healing,
100%.
like treatments in a bunch of different ways.
Yes.
I mean, dude, rightfully so. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Well, so this is the other thing that's crazy, and then I'll get into the story of how I got here. But I spent my entire life seeking truth, trying to find peace, knowing that peace is out there, but not feeling it inside of myself, wanting to find love, trying to understand the mysteries of the universe, right? Like, very spiritual, always seeking, always reading. And most of the people in my life were pretty supportive of that path until I actually found the peace I was looking for in Jesus. Then I was crazy. And then it was like, oh, okay, no, he's lost his mind. And it's ironic because I'm like, I get it. Because if you were to come to me 2 years ago and say,
Bro, hold on, let me go full screen. That is like a bar. Like, y'all have to understand, that literally is so true. Like, because I know, like, there's people who knew me before I was Christian. And I used to say the craziest stuff. I used to believe in a lot of new age stuff. Bro, I used to stare at the sun. Like, I'm being real with you. Like, let me be real with you. I used to be doing anything trying to find the truth. Everyone's just like, oh, yeah. Nah, it's whatever. Yeah, he believes some weird things. Bro, the moment I say I believe in Jesus, like, the moment I'm like, no, guys, it's actually Jesus. Bro, it's like y'all were cool with me when I said that I don't believe in dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't believe in dinosaurs, by the way. Yeah, I still don't. But anyway, but y'all were cool with me with that. I say I believe in Jesus. Woof. You know what I'm saying? And it's just funny. Like, it's just so funny how that is. And that's how you know it's something spiritual. You can tolerate all that other nonsense, but the moment we touch on Jesus, that's insane. So that's the part. This is as far as I gotten up to, but let's keep watching, and I'm gonna stop when I feel like I need to say something. But I'm gonna hide my webcam. I don't know if I'm supposed to show my face. Like, I don't want y'all looking at me. Like, stop looking at me. Like, we're just gonna watch the video, okay? We're gonna watch, and I'm gonna react. Fair use.
Say, hey man, that peace you're looking for is actually found in Jesus. I'd be like, you're insane, you're wrong, get out of here. My dad would always try to call me and try to tell me, and I'd be like, I don't want to hear it, Dad. Like, you know, I just didn't want to hear it. And now I'm like, I'm so thankful. So anyways, all that to be said, yes, I've been on a spiritual journey. Basically, I don't know what I can say, but I think I'm just going to do it, because why not? Why am I here if we're not going to be vulnerable and honest? So
Thank you.
I struggled a lot with addiction, and there were a lot of different paths that I took. I would do again, I'm just gonna say it, but I would do like magic mushrooms. You know, I would frequently go to the beach and try to have these experiences and try to understand the truths of the world. I started doing some deeper plant medicines. One of them being ayahuasca,
Yeah,
as
dude.
you might be familiar with.
Dude, I remember you wanted me to go with you.
I know, and I'm so glad you didn't, and I'll explain why. So I never told you about this. I don't think so. Bro, I'm so glad you didn't go. So I've done a few of these things at this point, probably like 25. Like I was really on the path to learning. Not ayahuasca, but just other things.
Yeah.
So I did ayahuasca one time, and you're like asleep the whole time, right? And you're going, and I by the way, I do not endorse this at all. I am vehemently opposed to this. Please do not take this and think I should try it. I'm actually begging you, anyone listening to this, please look into it. Do not do it. And I'll explain why. So, second time I did it, normally you're asleep, but this time I woke up. This is going to get real. So, and I'm fine with being labeled as an insane person because even I was in denial of this for a while. And I've done enough of these to know I was not hallucinating. I wake up. Immediately I felt naked. And by naked, I mean spiritually naked, where there was no filter, no veil. And I realized the ugliness that is in me. And I saw it in everyone else in the room too. Like I could see right through them. And I realized that there's really no things hidden. It's hard to explain. Maybe I won't go down that path. But basically, my soul was falling to the pits of hell, a hell I did not believe in. As I hit the ground in hell, I was surrounded by hundreds of thousands of demons who were mocking me and laughing at me and torturing me. And as I thought about the abuses that I experienced when I was a kid, they laughed and they mocked harder. Now, again, you might say, Josh, you were just hallucinating. You're on a thing. I'm telling you now, as much as I know that I am here right now, breathing, standing before you, Zach Sang, and Dan, and I forget your name. Carlos, sorry. As real as I know that I'm here right now, I know that this was a real experience. So, I have the thought the devil's had a hold of me my whole life, and I literally see the devil, and he's laughing at me. And I start to see all these different things in my life. And eventually, I get up, and I go to the bathroom, and I realize like how horrific what I'm experiencing is and that I need to get out of there like immediately. But I knew I couldn't leave because I was technically on this plant or whatever, and so they couldn't let me drive. But I was like, I'm just going to get out of this house and run as fast as I can. So I go out, I grab my keys, and the lady running the thing kind of goes and grabs my hand, and she goes, you know, I can't let you leave. And I literally see like this demon over her eyes, and I'm like, I see the devil in her eyes. Again, I don't care if you think I'm crazy. This is the truth. So I'm saying this to her. I'm like, I see the devil in your eyes. I lose my voice. I'm screaming. Thank God you didn't go with me on this. And eventually I go outside because she won't let me leave. So I'm going outside to kind of cool off. And I look up and I see Jesus in the sky. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, there's no way. And the first thought I had was my dad was right.
Okay, I'm sorry for pausing. Guys. I'm sorry, but I want to say something. Fair use. Anyway, so I want to say something because he gave this testimony and he's still going, like, and it's so good. I've never heard this yet. This is my first time hearing it. This is good, bro. Ex-Disney star. Maybe he probably is not gonna be allowed on Disney no more. This dude talk about Jesus too much. He not allowed back. But his testimony about being on drugs and then you can literally see through people and you're like, yo, you have a deep bro. I am trying to tell you, I have experienced the same exact thing, and it's like it made me tear up listening to this guy. Like I remember. Like I'm trying to know, should I say it too? Y'all already know I'm a tweaker. Like I don't care. But I remember it was a couple times, but I remember one time I was high and I was at this party. And yo, bro, it was this one girl at the party who like she kept trying to get close to me, bro. And I was high, bro. And I remember looking at her in her eyes and I'm like, yo, like, I was like, yo, there's a demon in her. Like, I'm high, I'm noticing this. I'm like, yo, like, and it's making me nervous. And not only could I perceive through her and see this demon that was operating through her, at the same time, I was able to hear people's thoughts. And so I know, like, I already know, like, y'all don't believe in anything. Y'all don't believe in anything. Y'all believe in Marvel. Y'all believe in Harry Potter. If someone tells you this, you're crazy, whatever. I don't care. I literally was hearing her thoughts. And I've had it where I've heard multiple, like I've heard other people's thoughts, but in this in this specific situation, I was hearing her thoughts, and bro, it was frying me because like she was talking to my one friend and she was like being nice, but I'm hearing her thoughts and she was being very rude to him. And so I'm literally staring at her. I'm like, what's going on? Like, and then she's like, hey, is there any problem? Like, and I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, my bad. I'm just really engaged in this conversation. But whole time I'm like perceiving a demon in her. I can hear her thoughts. I'm tweaking. Bro, I was like, bro, I wanted to leave. And by the grace of God, my one friend was like, I guess he had to leave early. And I'm like, bro, please take me home, bro. I was like, bro, let me go home. And I was able to go back home. And I think I did more drugs after that. But yeah, I don't support drugs at all. But everything that this dude's saying, I legitimately relate to, like, wholeheartedly. Y'all can sound crazy, but I think you're crazy for not believing in me. What the heck? But anyway, we're going to continue watching. I don't know if we're going to watch this whole thing, but I really am engaged in this. Like, I like this, bro, because I relate. And this guy's cool, man. I hope he keeps talking about Jesus, man.
Filled with like a relief, but like a terror of like, there's more to the spiritual world than I'm aware. And I think for a while I was in denial that evil exists. And I was always on the path of like, it's all love, but evil is real. So that happens. Eventually I come down from all that. And I'm just like shaken to my core. The next 6 months were the worst 6 months of my entire life, where I was so confused, bro. I would try to read my Bible and I felt like I was suffocating, and so I'd smoke weed and I'd go on a walk, and then I'd feel like I was dying, so I'd go in and I'd try to understand, and I was just so confused based on what I experienced, and I had no peace at all. After that, the addictions started getting bigger and worse, and eventually I was just like completely lost. So anyways, the drug addiction was horrific. And it just kept getting worse. And then one day I woke up and I sat up to meditate. And I remember having the thought, maybe this time I will experience enlightenment. And I sat up and immediately I felt the Holy Spirit, which I'd never felt before, come upon me. And I just knew in that moment that I needed Jesus. And I can't explain it to you because it's so bizarre to explain, but just this light turned on. And I got on my knees and I called my dad and I said, can you help me accept Jesus? And he was like, what? And I was like, I know this is insane, but can you help me accept Jesus? So he praised me through a prayer of repentance. I literally cannot express to you the peace that I felt in that moment. Literally every path I was going down, looking for peace, I found the moment I accepted Jesus. Despite me mocking God in interviews, despite me saying, that's totally wrong, my family's crazy, I thought my family was dumb, I thought any Christian was dumb, I thought they were so wrong. And then I had an encounter with the actual living God. So that happens and I'm crying. Turns out at that exact moment, my dad was crying, praying, Jesus opened his eyes. Jesus opened his eyes. Jesus opened his eyes. And then he got a call from me saying, can you help me accept Jesus into my life? So that happens. I'm like, I feel this new lease on life. I felt more peace than I'd ever experienced in my life. I'm like literally jumping for joy like I was a child again. And some would say you're having a manic episode, but I'm telling you now, it was not a manic episode. So I experienced all this beautiful peace. And of course, with that, you like want to tell everyone, right? And so I've been trying to find this balance of like, you know, talking about it because I know people get really offended and a lot of people have been hurt by Christians and there was a lot of just stuff around the Christian.
Okay, sorry. Okay, we're gonna just interrupt again. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all mad. You're mad. Just let it play. No, what the heck? I think that's illegal. Anyway, bro, what he said, like, because he keeps saying this, like, I was jumping for joy. Y'all are gonna think, some of y'all are gonna say I was having a manic episode. Bro, there's always gonna be those people that deny your experience, right? But a lot of times these are the same people that want to talk about accept me for who I am and you have to accept my truth, call me by my pronouns, they, them, she. But I tell you that the most peace I've ever felt, the happiest I've ever been, is ever since I started walking with Jesus. Nah, you must have been going through a manic episode. Oh, nah, you must have got brainwashed. Oh, nah, you must have just been delusional. You must have been seeing things. You could be schizophrenic. You might just be hearing stuff. Yeah, okay. But there's always going to be those people that try and diminish your experience. But I don't care about y'all. Like, I don't care about that demon that's working through you that's trying to diminish me, because the real ones know what's real, in Jesus' name. Anyway, back to the thing. Okay.
Christian faith that makes a lot of people hurt. This balance of like, you know, talking about it because I know people get really offended and a lot of people have been hurt by Christians and there was a lot of just stuff around the Christian faith that makes a lot of people not want to go near it, and that totally makes sense. But yeah, there's a lot more to the journey. there was times when I was seriously doubting my faith and I walked away entirely, and I was even worse off than before. And then I had an encounter where Jesus once came from the sky and stood over me, and he was the strongest being ever. And literally my soul like leapt out of my body, and I'm like face to face with Jesus. And then he leaves, and I go inside my house and I'm like, okay, God, like, because I believed in God, right? I just wasn't sure about Jesus. Again, I know I'm rambling, but this is, yeah. So I'm like, God, if Jesus really is, or I said, give me a sign when I tell the truth. So I type out, Jesus is the way, and nothing happens. And then I type out, Jesus is the only way, and the light turned on in my living room. And I was like, that is insane. Like, crazy coincidence. Again, I'm not basing my whole faith off of this, but it's just a wild thing. So then later, I'm at a church service, and I'm in the back, and I'm still not sure. Like, I'm questioning it. I knew I've had these encounters, but I was just like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I can't understand it. And so I go to the front for prayer. And I'm on my knees, and everyone else is busy praying for other people. And I just said, God, if Jesus really is your son, like if Jesus truly is the way, the truth, and the life, send someone to put their hand on my back, and I will proclaim it from the rooftops for the rest of my life. 5 seconds later, Rita, who I'd never met before, puts her hand on my back and says, God put it on my heart to pray for you. And she said that she specifically heard God say to put her hand on my back, which I had specifically prayed for. So now I'm sobbing. I have this crazy, beautiful encounter with the love of God.
I have to interrupt just to say that what a lot of people will do is say, he's lying. It's a coincidence. How many times, like, it's just like, to me, it's just like, you literally pray like, yo, God, like, please pray, like, someone put their hand on my back, pray for me. It literally happens. And both of y'all are on the same page. Like, yo, God told me to do this. And he's like, bro, I just asked God to do it. Oh, dude, I just want to accept God in my life. And it's like, bro, I was just praying for you to accept God in your life. And it's like, I don't know what you want. Like no, I'm being for real. Like, if you're atheist, I just don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Because I think sometimes you just don't want to believe. Because you're too worried about what? You want to keep watching corn? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, you just want to, it's like, I want to know the truth. Me personally, I want to know the truth. But some people, it doesn't matter how many things you tell them, they're not going to accept. It's the craziest thing to me. It's the craziest thing to me. I don't know who Rita is. It's probably his wife or something. But anyway, we're going to keep watching. I don't know if we're going to watch the whole thing, but I'm really interested in this. I might keep my webcam on. I know y'all going to keep looking at me. Stop looking at me. All right, let's keep going.
And I've been pretty outspoken about that since then. And again, like I know how crazy it sounds, and I know that I would have laughed at myself, and I would have probably unfollowed myself at the time because it's just it sounds so far-fetched and so out there. But all I can know is before I found Jesus, I was miserable, and I was also trying to tell people how to find peace and joy and love when I myself had none of those things in my life. Like, I look back at the interview from 2021, and like, sure, there's maybe a little bit of wisdom there, but like, I was hurting myself. I was so depressed, so miserable, so suicidal, so like all these horrible things. And now it's like I found this love and this peace in Jesus, and like, I just want to tell everyone that I see, but a lot of people get offended by it. And so that's where I'm trying to find the balance of like telling people in love that there is an answer to what you're looking for. And again, you can tell me I'm wrong and you can be offended by that. And like, I understand that I want to be respectful of other people's faiths and their walks. But all I know is I walked down every single path and it was a dead end. The thing that I say is, again, being raised Christian, I say that I went to the ends of the earth to find the hidden treasure, and it was buried in my backyard the whole time. Like,
Bro, I love it. We're going to stop it there. I love it. I love everything that he's saying, bro. Oh my gosh. I love everything that this guy is saying, bro. If he watches this, bro, hey, they're going to get mad. Like, hey, they're going to get mad. That's just what happens, bro. But that makes me want to just tell everyone. Like, I got to lock in. I got to go even harder. I haven't gone hard. I got to just tell everyone about Jesus, bro. Because it's so real. It's so real. It's so real. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, what a great testimony, bro. Dude, it's so crazy, man. Bro, and it's so relatable. Like, the whole idea, like, you're looking everywhere. You looking everywhere. Whole time it was like bro, my mom was right. Like, it's like I don't know how many people can relate with that. Like, you might have like a mom who was Christian or a dad, grandma, and then you trying everything. You buying crystals, like you down so bad. Whole time it was like, bro, my mom was right. It's like that's how you be feeling. Like that's how I felt. That's how I felt. That's how I felt, man. But anyway, yo, I'm sorry for not uploading. My computer was cooked for like a while. I had to just lock in. I was praying. I was really locked in for real. I was really praying, fasting, doing all type of stuff. But we're back. We're back, guys. But yeah, I'm so happy to have watched that video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that testimony. And yeah, I don't believe in dinosaurs, guys, if you're still hung up on that.